Alrighty then, everybody, it is true. One of our favorite American muscle cars, the Camaro, is going, the easiest way to say it is going Russian. This is the new Camaro Shock Special Edition. It is a, obviously, new Camaro, along with its brand new counterpart, the Black Edition. Both brand new, both Black Edition released a couple days ago. Shock was released just earlier this day. Both, as I said, are going to Russia. These are two brand new concept special editions, or I guess not concepts, two new special editions, sorry, that are on their way to the Russian market. The Black Edition will only have 20 units available. This I am not exactly sure, but they are not that different than something that you can find in the States, except for the fact that this is not an SS like we would think when we see this fascia with the somewhat polarizing look that some people have. I quite like it. I also like this color. I think it looks great. A lot of people don't. I get it. I have seen this on the new, oh goodness, Sonic, I believe. It is either the Sonic or the Spark. I'm pretty sure it's the Sonic. It's the only other car that shares this color, and I like it. I think it looks good. It's a lot better in person. It is, I get it's still quite ugly to most, but I like it. The Black Edition looks identical, except you guessed it, everything on this car is black. So what are these new special editions? So this vehicle right here, as I said, is not an SS. It is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder like we get in the base model Camaro in the US. And wherever else the Camaro is sold. But I don't even think it's allowed in the UK right now, so I'm not quite sure where its other markets are. Maybe somewhere else in Asia along with Russia. As of right now, that is, like I said, a 2-liter 4-cylinder with a SS fascia, special 20-inch wheels, black bow ties, special shock accents in the interior to match the exterior. All come with the dual black racing lines and stuff like that. The Black Edition is this car, but black, except it comes with kind of those, I call them Corvette hashtags, or hash marks that go on the fenders. They're red. The interior is a black interior with matching red stitching and things like that. Also, a 2-liter option, same SS front fascia. So, I like this. I like that these are coming out. Like I said, the Black Edition is only 20 units. Each will be sold for something like 1.3 million rubles, which equates to 51,000 US dollars, which is a lot for a 4-cylinder. Now, I'm not exactly sure how the market over there works. I really doubt many Camaros are seen just driving down the streets, especially in an area that isn't necessarily in perpetual winter, but isn't known for having the best winters in general. So, really doubt there's a lot of Camaros just hanging out on the road. Especially at $51,000 for a base model. Technically a special edition, so not quite a base model, but a base engine. So that is a lot. But again, only 20 units of black one, not quite sure. Possibly another 20 of this. So it's not like people are going to be mad because there's so many and they're trying to flood the market with this vehicle that's too expensive and things like that. No, they're just kind of throwing them out there. They'll be bought by the more wealthy people of the country and things like that. Of course. But the best thing I think about these cars is it shows that technically GM is still kind of doing some things with the Camaro, especially after the news a couple weeks ago about the possibly everyone's shouting at the top of their lungs and all auto websites and things like that, saying how the new or the current gen Camaro is the last gen and how the Camaro is going to be dead and things like that. Is it possible? Of course. technically GM just hasn't announced that there's a new Camaro coming out in 2023. I don't think that that's crazy. I guess most cars do come out in the lifespan of their model year, kind of, sort of, or at least you start to get hints about them, like the C8 Corvette. We knew well into the C7 Corvette that I was coming and things like that. So is it crazy that the Camaro hasn't been announced yet? No, especially when it's 2023. And I don't know, maybe they're just doing a better job at keeping it under wraps, things like that. But they're still doing something with this gen. It has not sold as well as Camaro. Camaro has not sold as well as Challenger and Mustang, which is a shame. But this look was really polarizing to people, and I get it. I like it. Most of my coworkers, things, we all like it. It's different and things like that. It's kind of cool. I mean, the Mustang has been progressively going in a more melty direction. Not to say it's a bad looking car, but I think the Camaro does have just a little, it just has a little different styling. The way I like to think about cars is not necessarily does it look good, but does it at least look different enough while going down the street to make you do a double take, or at least look at it and go, whoa, that looks kind of cool, or that looks weird, or whatever. And this delivers. Now, we can obviously get something like this. You can get this in the SS model, this color, which is only for the SS in the US, which of course comes with the 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8, blah blah blah. So it is kind of neat that these two cars are coming out. Is it weird? Yeah, it's a little weird, especially why that market, why so limited, but it's fun. They're doing something. When I was reading through and learning about the vehicle and things like that, I honestly took a double take when I learned that it was only coming to the Russian car market. Don't hear a lot coming out of that region of the world. I mean, as soon as you start to get more towards Europe, obviously, massive car market. Russia, not so much. I mean, the only car that I can think that is even popular out of then would have been Richard Hammond using the Opel, which I believe is Russian-made, in their trip across the Botswana desert in one of their Top Gear specials. That's probably some of the biggest fame that Russia has got out of the automotive industry in the last forever. So, is it Russian-based? No, but is it something cool, kind of cool coming to Russia? I think so. I think it's fun. The only issue is $51,000, but it's not even like we can be mad about that because it's not for us. And I personally don't know, but cars may be more expensive overall there, like certain areas of the country. Cars are not quite as common as they are in the US. They're still for the wealthier class and things like that. So it being $51,000 maybe isn't crazy. Is it crazy to us? Definitely. Is it overall? Maybe not. If someone knows, that'd be cool knowledge to receive. But I like it. It shows the Camaro is not dead. It's just changing accents, color and language-wise. I think it's fun. So, a lot of news coming out of GM lately, especially with that Corvette rear-end release and things like that. I like that they're still trying to stay somewhat up-to-date. Whoops. But it is certainly interesting nonetheless. It would be absolutely ludicrous if someone in the US decided to get their hands on one and imported it. It'd be ridiculous, but you would be able to say you have one of the only Russian shock yellow Camaros in the world. So that is kind of cool, I suppose. That'll do it for today. Tell me your thoughts on the new Camaro and what GM's doing with it. I don't quite think it's safe to say it's dead yet, but who knows? We'll see in the coming years. So as always, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.